Hi everybody, welcome to Stamping with Melva. I'm Melva Peters and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Canada. Today I wanted to show you how to make this Z-fold card that I shared on my blog today. The blog theme was for Father's Day, and so I created this Z-fold card um, to use the Simply Elegant Designer Series paper. And I've used the handsomely suited stamp set that is in the January to June mini catalog. So I thought this was perfect for Father's Day, definitely a masculine theme. So let me just switch over to my desktop and I'll show you how I made the card. Okay, so this is the card. Let me just see if I can make it a little bit bigger. There we go. So this is the card that I made, and you can see it's a Z-fold card, and it really shows off this beautiful paper that is available in the Simply Elegant. So there are two sides. We can see how shiny that is with the copper, but I'm using this kind of dotted side. And then the really pretty leaves. And so it is in basic black and very vanilla, and then has basic gray in it as well. And then on the other side of this one, which I'm not using, is basic gray, and I think that's gold and silver foil. So it's really pretty paper. Wasn't so sure about it when I saw it, but the paper is stunning when you actually open the package. So let me just show you some of the things in this card. I'll give you all the measurements as I go along, and the measurements are all on my blog. The link to my blog will be underneath this video so that you can go out and get the written instructions and the measurements for this card, as well as the supply list if you're interested in purchasing anything. So let me just show you the other one. So I've used basic black cardstock, and then I've layered a thin mat of Very Vanilla, and then the Designer Series paper over top of it. And the same on this, basic black, Very Vanilla, and then the Designer Series paper. On the front of the card, I've actually just used the Very Vanilla, and I have embossed it using the greenery, one of the greenery embossing folders. And then these two tags are cut using the tailor-made tags dies that are available in the annual catalog. They are perfect for combining different sizes of tags. And so then I've just added different twine and a little bit of what is this called? It is called the scallop lace trim behind it. And then some matte black dots. Okay, so let me show you how I made this card. It looks complicated, it's really not, and I will give you, as I said, I'll give you the measurements as we go along, but they are all written in the written instructions on my blog. So the first thing that you need, let me keep my pieces together. First thing that you need is a piece of basic black cardstock. Let's move that out a little bit. Okay, basic black cardstock. This is cut 4 1/4 by 11 inches, and you are going to score this. Grab my trimmer, my scoring tool, pieces of paper. There we go. All right, so you're going to score this at 2 3/4. Make sure you use your scoring blade. It's the light colored one. So 2 3/4 and 5 1/2. Okay. And while we've got the scoring blade, I've got the other piece to the fold is cut 3 inches by 11. And you're going to do the same with this one. You're going to score it at 2 3/4 and 5 1/2. All right. Bring back my... So you can see on my card, this is folded so that the flap, the front part, is on the left-hand side of it. So what you're going to do is you're going to fold this in half, grab your bone folder, and give it a good burnish. Make sure it's good crease. So that's folded just like you would a normal card, and then you're going to fold this front flap forward, so back on itself. So you end up, line it up. you will end up with a piece that looks like this. So this is 5 1/2, 2 3/4, 2 3/4. So again, fold it in half and then fold this part back. And for the other piece, it's kind of done the opposite. So on the other piece, you can see, I mean, it's folded exactly the same way, but the long piece, the 5 1/2 piece size, is actually the front of the card. So what you want to do, you're going to fold it in half again, the same way as you did. And so for this one, so this long piece is the front of the card. Oopsie, I knew that going the other way. So you're going to fold it like this and then fold it. Gosh, I'm getting myself here. Like this. There we go. Okay, so think about this for a minute. Okay, so you want to fold it. So, oh gosh, sorry, my dog has decided to bark because there's a dog barking outside. So you're going to fold it into a Z, where this is going to be the front of the card. Then make a peak and a valley. So this is the peak and this is the valley. And on this one, it's a peak and a valley as well. But when they fit together, so on this one, the long piece is the back of the card, but on the front, this is the long piece, and they fit together like this and fold so that it will be, hold it like this when you put it together. So now it's just a matter of decorating your pieces. So I have a piece of Very Vanilla, and this piece is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. Now I've got a lot of layers here. You don't have to. You could just use a single layer of designer series paper if you wanted, but I just decided I wanted a lot of layers. So now I've got a piece of designer series paper that is 4 inches by 5 1/4. This would be so pretty with this gray. Probably kind of hard to cover up some of these beautiful designer series paper sides. Okay. Now I've got 2 pieces for the front. So you need 2 pieces of Very Vanilla that are cut 2 5/8 by 4 1/8, and 2 pieces of designer series paper that match the back that are cut 4 inches by 2 1/2. So we're just going to adhere these pieces to this piece of Very Vanilla. That. Like that. And then these pieces go on these smaller flaps on the front. This is the front of your main card base. Like I said, you could not put as many layers as I've got and just go, if you wanted to, just the designer series paper, and then you'd do it the same size as I have it. So these would be 4 inches by 2 1/2, and this would be 4 by 5 1/4 if you wanted to do it like that. Okay, so we're going to do the same for the back. I've got 2 pieces of Very Vanilla, and they are cut 2 5/8 by 2 7/8. And I've got 2 pieces of designer series paper. I'm using the different designer series paper on this just to mix it up. And my Stampin' Seal is going to run out. I can see that. I'd have to see if we can. I have other adhesives here if it does. All right, so that goes like that. So this adheres now to each. So these pieces adhere to the smaller. Oh, see, I told you it was going to run out. All right. Well, let's switch. I've got some multi-purpose adhesive glue. Can always use that. So these now go on to these small flaps. Try not to get glue all over my fingers. There we go, like that. Now this piece that goes on the front of the card is cut What did I say? Don't have it. So it is cut, I'll just give it to you. It is cut 2 7/8 by 5 3/8. And it's just going to adhere to the front of this, to the large flap. Like that. And like I said, I've embossed this with the greenery, one of the greenery embossing folders, the little mini embossing folders. Okay, so now I'm going to use tear and tape adhesive. I don't want to use the multi-purpose. So when you're putting this together, remember, so on this is the back of the card, the main card base, and it is the large piece that is on the back. But on the front, you want the large piece to be the front. So what you want to do is we're just going to take some tear and tape adhesive. See, Stampin' Seal works well for this as well, but you just want to put adhesive along the ends of this. You don't need adhesive. You don't want adhesive. Oh gosh, my tear and tape adhesive has run out too. Goodness. All right, well, we'll use that. Let's see. Oh, I'm going to have to get some. I have another roll right here to restock my station here. Okay, there we go. So just use my take your pick tool to pull off the backing. Now, you're going to take and line this up, get it centered, and you're going to line it up with the edge of the card, roughly in half, like that, and then press it down. Now I'm going to take and remove the backing on this side. And you can just take and fold your card together. So now this is now folded, this is folded, and it should line up perfectly with that edge so that you now have your Z. And now it's really a matter of finishing the decoration. So I've got some, I'm going to stamp this with the multi-purpose adhesive glue, and I've used the Handsomely Suited stamp set because it's perfect for Father's Day. It's got a great Father's Day sentiment. And then this one. Okay, so I've already gone ahead and cut out 2 tags. Again, these are from the TaylorMade tag dies. So you get a whole bunch of different sizes of tags, either with a round or an oval shape hole to put your ribbon through, or a square. Oh no, sorry, an oval or a circle. But these 2 have the ovals, and they all have, they're either dotted, like these are, dotted stitching. You can see that. Or they're kind of the regular line stitching. So just a little bit different, but they coordinate together perfectly, like that. So I'm just going to stamp the first one. Just check. Like that. That's not too bad. And then while I have my ink out, I'm going to stamp on a scrap this one that says, to one of the world's greatest dads. And I'm just going to stamp that on another scrap of Very Vanilla using the Tuxedo Black. That will be for the inside of the card. Okay, now do it like that. On my card, I actually didn't line up them, and so that's why I've got so many different ribbons. So I'm going to probably do it the same as I did it on my sample. So I've got, you just want a little, so about 4 inches of the scallop lace trim. And then I'm using the Baker's Twine Essentials Pack. So it comes, there are 4 or 5 different colors in this. You've got your white, your black, gray granite, Very Vanilla, and crumb cake. So I'm going to use the Very Vanilla Oops. And the black on mine. So it's great in that you get all 5. So I need a little bit for this. So what I want to do here is take this and I want to tie a bow. If your dad or husband, whoever you're making this card, is not so much big on bows and you don't want to do that, you can just tie a knot. You could also not use this scallop lace trim. You could put something else in there, maybe a little bit more masculine, but I just kind of like the look of it. So I'm just tying a bow to hold my scallop trim in place. And then for this one, I'm just going to cut probably about 6 inches. You probably don't even need that much. And I'm just going to push this through the hole and then bring my ends through that opening just to keep it in place. Gosh, I'm all thumbs today. There we go. So now I'm just going to use some dimensionals to pop my one tag onto the other tag. Like that. And then this, we're just going to put at an angle again with some dimensionals. More for the middle so it doesn't sag in the middle. Okay. And you can trim this. So I'm just going to put that at a bit of an angle. Like that. And you can trim your ribbon and your twine off. This is just a little bit long. So we'll just trim that. There we go. And then the last thing, I grabbed some of these matte black dots. And so I'm just going to put 3 of them kind of randomly. Like that on my card. Oops. There it is. A matte black dot went flying and I saw it and then couldn't see it again. Okay, let's put that back on there. See if I can save that one. There we go. All right, so that's the card. Hope you like that. It's really cool. I love it. It stands up great, and they're perfect. They're really nice cards. They make you kind of, whoever gets this will kind of do a wow, and you like that when they open up the cards. All right, let me just switch over. So as I said, all of the written instructions and measurements are on my blog, and that link to my blog is underneath this video. While you're here, I would love for you to subscribe to my YouTube channel. You'll get notified when I do more videos, which I try to do a video at least a week, one a week. Sometimes I do more than that. So you'll get notified when I do videos. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions while you're making the card or checking out the video, just please leave a comment. I'd love for you to leave a comment anyway, but leave a comment if you have any questions and I'm happy to respond. Or if you're on my blog and have questions, you can leave a comment there. So thanks everybody for joining me. Have a great day. Happy stamping.